What's going on, guys? So I have a bit of a cold, so my voice is a little bit screwed up. I'm on my way down to work, and then I'm going over to Lowe's to get some new bolts for my hub, which I'll show you guys in a little bit. We're going to be installing a Energy hub, quick release, and sparco wheel in the Genesis. So basically, because it's a drift car, I won't need like a spiral cable or anything like that to operate my horn or my airbags or any of that nonsense. So I will show you guys what you need and go from there.
Code 50 to the front register. Code 50 to the front register.
So these are going to work better. I have the long one in my hub right now, and it's the same style. This guy here, same thread, same everything. It's thinner, not a bolt, so we're going to test it out. Yeah, so like I was saying, the bolts that I have in them right now are just these regular, what are they, M8s, I think they are? Is that what they're called? Sorry, M5.8. And basically these are too long that are in the hub right now. These are actually out of a Frontier license plate like bracket. So they stick out a fair amount. So I wanted ones that kind of would bring it down just a bit. So these should work. I don't see why they wouldn't. So we're going to go home and test them out. Okay, so we're going to be installing my sparco wheel. Basically, we're going to be putting the hub on. This is out of the Dakota. So we're going to be bolting up this Energy hub. I got to pull it. Okay. So this is strictly for the Hyundai Genesis. I'm not quite sure on if it'll fit any others. I just know that it's specialized because it has this piece here. The one for the Dakota was just flat here. Basically, it was just held down with force on the splines. So, like I said, there's the Frontier bolts. I don't necessarily know. Obviously, like, they stick out quite far. So hopefully these bolts will work. If not, then I'm going to have to save this for another day. So anyways, let's get started. So basically you're going to need a few things. A torque wrench, a 22 mil socket, a T40 Torx. I grabbed a socket version with an extension, possible pick or flathead screwdriver, your call. So what you're going to want to do to start off is you're going to want to obviously straighten the wheel out the best you can. You're going to come across to the side here, and in here are a set of Torx heads. Like I stated, they are T40s. I don't know if it's kind of hard to see with this angle. What's going on here? There we go. Okay. Yep, so you're going to want to take those out, and that'll basically loosen the airbag up, and then I'll leave off from there. So I was wrong. You will need a Allen key. Again, it is a T40. So once you get those screws undone, basically the airbag, with a little bit of persuasion, I've already popped it out, comes right off. So you're going to want to come to the back here. There's this clip here, and then these two guys here. You're going to want to take a small screwdriver or a pick and basically pop these up, and then they pull right out. Normally you're supposed to do this with the battery disconnected, but with everything already disconnected, the airbag light's on, so regardless, it will not deploy. If everything was still all good, I don't necessarily know if it would deploy or not. Everyone's very scared of airbags. You have no reason to be scared of it. Unless you started like actually putting a 12-volt source to itself, like to the airbag itself, then you got nothing to worry about. So once you have the airbag off and disconnected, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a 22 mil socket, shallow or deep work, with an extension, and you're going to want to basically take this nut off just down to the last couple threads here, And I'll show you here just in a quick second. So basically off, put a couple threads back on it, and you want to basically just get underneath it and give it a pull. I've already pulled this one. If you do not put the nut on it, it's basically kind of like a safety. That way the airbag doesn't fly off and hit you in the face. I don't really need the spiral cable, so I don't really care if it gets fucked. But basically what you're wanting to do is pull all this out. If you are keeping everything, then that's entirely up to you. Just a clip on the back here. Get all this shit out. Okay, so that is that hub off. I need to get the spiral cable out of there, so I need to take these two Torx off and get underneath it there. So I went ahead and took off the covers. These basically were plugged into the spiral cable on the top. Now, because I broke the spiral cable, I guess this piece is actually, that's what that's actually meant for. So this sits out, where's the top? Like that, basically. I'm going to take all these little screws out, these little bolts, and bolt it on. I need to look up the torque spec, torque spec for the nut, and put everything on and get ready to go. Apparently there is no torque spec for the hub and the nut, sorry. So basically most cars go around to about 40 foot-pounds. So I'm going to torque that down and then get ready to test out our new bolts. What you want to do is you want to take the bottom half of the energy hub and bolt it to where it's square. The reason why it looks so off is because when I was torquing it, it kept trying to move. So torque that down. That's the hub, and I'll show you guys what it looks like. That's attached. Now I'm just gonna button all the plastic back up together and put the wheel on. Okay, let's make sure everything works. Stay out of the way, dog. To like walk when you're it's tight, but gonna reef on it, not going anywhere. And that's how you install a sparco wheel on a Genesis. Side note, I'm also going to be changing out the shift knob or something a little bit different. This is a nice weighted, was it Mugen? I think it is Mugen. Yeah, nice weighted shift knob, but we are too cool for that. So we're gonna change it up just a bit. That feels nice. Yeah, I like that. I might take it off and put some thread sealer on there, but we'll see.